Good evening, parents and guardians. My name is Jeremy Campbell, and I am your child's physical education teacher. This is my fourth year teaching PE at Ludansla High School. I am excited and I am passionate about physical education, so don't worry, your child is in good hands. Since graduating college in 2005 with a BA in physical education, I have been a fitness instructor, I've been a sports manager, and of course a PE teacher. I've always loved the field of physical education and sport, and it shows in my enthusiasm when I am delivering content or teaching PE to your kids on a daily basis. Now, the philosophy that I have in PE, the philosophy that we have here at the school is to help students get and stay healthy through physical activity and knowledge of health practices in accordance to the California state standards. And we're going to go through the state standards a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the California state standards a little bit later on. Now, in my hand right here is the syllabus. I'll show you it in detail a little bit later on. And this just pretty much talks about what we do in PE, the PE curriculum. You would have seen this, you would have had a copy of this earlier because you know, the first week of school the kids brought this home to you, you signed it and returned it to me. So this is the same syllabus that you got some time ago. It just talks about the course description, the course objectives, and you know, the objectives that I've put ties into the philosophy that we have. The course activities would include the sports that we cover. Now every 3 weeks we cover another sport, a different sport. I make it culturally relevant, seeing that the main sports in America is baseball, football, basketball. Then we definitely cover those in the units. But we do also sports that are not necessarily traditionally American sports. Like for example, we do rugby, which is not an American sport, but it actually exposes your children to other sports that they play around the world. We also do minor sports like kickball and, you know, minor games and so on. We just have a variety of sports and activities that we do to keep all the students engaged. The course design would include, you know, cardiovascular development, and we talk about hydration and so on. In PE, we do also cross-curricular learning, meaning that it's not just about physical education, but we do some amount of science, but it's still tied into physical education. So we may be doing something on nutrition, we may be doing something on something more like biology, which we talk about the muscular system, skeletal system, and then how that affects us in physical education. So it's relevant to physical education, but it also helps your child even when they're doing biology, for example. Some of the things that they learn in physical education will actually help them in that field also. In terms of the class rules and so on, we went through you know, medical problems or the medical issues. If your child has an illness that is impacted by physical education, for example, if they have a heart murmur or, you know, any other cardiovascular or cardiorespiratory ailment or illness, it would be very useful if I know, so that we can take the necessary precautions. If they have any other medical issues like scoliosis or so, it would be very useful for me to know also, so that I can make the necessary modifications and accommodations for your child. And in case of emergency also, I would need to know, just so that we don't have people passing out doing the mile runs and so on. And we're going to talk about mile runs a little bit later on. Now, um, the the class the class is pretty simple in PE. I keep it very simple. You get 15 points every day, 5 points for getting dressed, 5 points for being at class on time, and 5 points for participation. So if they do all the things that they're supposed to do and they're here on time, then they get the total 15 points. Everybody can get an A in PE. It is an easy A. Unfortunately, some people get an F, and that's just due to them not participating or not getting changed for PE, or even coming to class late. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward and so on. Now, in terms of the uniform, I said, proper PE attire. I just need comfortable shoes, as long as they're in comfortable shoes that they can run in, so cross trainers, running shoes, that's good. But there's no boots and other footwear that could cause injury to themselves. Now, in terms of attire, sometimes it gets cold, and then I would expect that they're going to layer up, whether that means wearing sweatpants or so on. But normally we have the school shorts that you'd actually see already, and the t-shirts that you buy at the uniform store. Moving on to class rules, I just expect mutual respect, just respect, teacher to student, student to student, and student with equipment, okay? Because if there is any blatant disregard for equipment, or if the child just blatantly destroys the equipment, then you may be held liable for it. In terms of just you compensating the school for the equipment that was destroyed, if it's destroyed. I expect everybody to follow directions, just at the first command. I don't expect to be talking or just repeating myself. Just I mean, pretty much the whistle is used as a conditioned stimulus, and as soon as I blow the whistle, everybody knows that I need their attention. Then I give the instruction and I expect it to be followed. In terms of the discipline and so on, I will call home. I will send the child to the office, but first, before I do all of that, I always talk with them and so on. Everybody has problems, and I try to be sensitive enough, but also I got a class to run. So I'll speak to the child first, try to find out if everything is okay, try to make everything okay, and but if it cannot be dealt with immediately, then I may ask them to sit in the office for a while until I get to deal with the situation. And if it's something that myself or the office can't deal with, then I'd actually give you a call. Now, I told you I was going to say something more about the mile run. Right here we got the California State Standards in physical education in terms of the fitness gram. Now the fitness gram is done every year. It's done with our 9th graders for high school purposes. Okay, so in high school it's grade 9. Otherwise, the other grades that do it's like grade 7 and grade 5, but that's not high school. So the one that we do is in grade 9. So if your child is in grade 9, they'll be doing the California fitness test, which will go up to the California Education Board, and they assess all the schools and how far we get in physical education, how physically fit your child is. It looks like this. Okay, this is for females, and then it has on it the mile times. It has on it the mile times, the mile requirements, the push-ups, sit-ups, and sit and reach and so on. I'll just read it to you. I know you couldn't see it so well a while ago, but for example, if you're a female and you're 14 years old, you should be doing anywhere between 8 minutes 30 seconds and 11 minutes on your mile. Of course, the standards are different for males. If you're a male and you're 14 years old, it's anywhere between 7 minutes and 9 minutes 30 seconds. And that's just an example. It is attached to the syllabus, so that was a piece that you signed, you tore off. I mean, I get the other piece, the piece that you signed, and then you have this information at home, the fitness gram, okay, just so that everybody knows pretty much what we're aiming towards. And in preparation for this fitness gram, we do regular testing and so on. Okay, all right, so pretty much that's it. I know that was a mouthful, longest posting yet, but this is what you need to know about physical education here at the school. You know, if you have any concerns or anything else, you can call me or you can email me at jcampbell@icef, that's icefps.org. Thank you very much, and I hope that this physical education class can teach your child lifelong lessons on taking care of themselves. Thank you.